So this is The Man in the Herringbone Hat by Rian Johnson. Well, the tales have been told of the gaberdine rogue and his surgical skill with a knife. Many ballads been writ about the two-tone shoe kid, his short tragic podia-cal life. But these songs beat to drum take an air of ho-hum, and the air from a yawning at that, when set side aside to my midnight train ride, with a man in the herringbone hat. I lived high on the hog for a summer in Prague. The fall found me well for myself, having made quite a name in a riverboat game, splitting aces and spitting top shelf. Hence the wintertime's chill proved a sugary pill, sipping wine in an alpine chateau, till a man of low means I'd once grifted in Queens bid me take it a quick heel and toe. And so that's how I found myself riding by rail through the northern Carpathian Pass, late of hour New Year's Eve, dozing off, cheek to sleeve, in a rich private cabin, first class. I awoke sometime on a deep moonless dark, and the mountainous chill in my bones. Gainst the black and the damp, I set fire to the lamp, and discovered I was not alone. He sat with legs folded primly and thin, his slender hands clasped at the knee. By rights thus surprised, I'd have reached for my colt, but his eyes twinkled disarmingly. Is this cabin reserved? It is. Oh, how rude then. I'm terribly sorry for that. And he reddened, although he made no move to go, but tipped lightly his titular hat. I found myself staring a moment too long at its five-woven pattern of wool, mathematic and tight, though I knew it to be. In this light it swarmed, random and cruel. Where had I seen it, that zigzag of lines, that smeared to a patternless gray? It tickled my senses and teased at my mind. For the life of me, I couldn't say. We've some time till the station, his voice broke my spell. He leaned close to me, flexing his hands. And I find myself wondering, on this old long syne, if you, sir, are a gambling man. I reached for my cards just a little too quick. He grinned. Oh, we might pass the time by playing some gin at a penny a point, but that's not quite what I had in mind. No, my wager is this. He uncorked a flask and poured us each out, oh we damn, a lifetime of wealth against one of regret. If you can name just what I am, what you are, what I am, guess as much as you like, till we get to the end of the line. So with less brains than brashness, I lifted my glass, thus accepting his wager. Sounds fine. A hat maker, hardly. He dealt out the gin. An oil man. Oh, would that I were. A tinker, a tailor. A candlestick maker? His smile was amused, but demure. I threw out vocations both highbrow and low, from tycoon down to carnival man, and then realized, after an hour of no's, he hadn't yet lost at a hand. A gambler, I spat. He smiled and said no, then called gin and scooped over his haul. When I work a table, one hardly is able to call the game gambling at all. In a rush of remembrance, this man's old visage leapt to mind from its fragmented shards. Yes, of course I did know it. I'd seen it each time I had suffered a great loss at cards. At faro in Denver, at poker in Spain, Monte Cristo, Havana, New York. At each fateful hand and at each cursed game, this devil had been well at work. He'd not sat at the table nor played at the hand. I'd have known the thief right off the bat. But I see it now, standing behind all my foes, was a shadowy man in that hat. I leapt to my feet. Oh, I've won your damn bet. Now I'll tell you, sir, just what you are. You're a cheat. His eyes flashed, and he reached in his coat. But that slender hand didn't get far. One shot to the heart, and he fell to the floor. I knelt by his side, and he stirred. You've lost, sir, he said, and he pulled from his pocket a calling card bearing one word. And then, just like smoke, the thin man disappeared, and the air took a tremulous chill. I picked up his card, and my heart turned to stone as I realized what I had killed. In the 20 years since, I've not won a game, be it gin, blackjack, poker, roulette. And my sad golden years I spent soaking in beers, pushing broomsticks and nursing regret. Learn the lesson well told from the gaberdine rogue and the limited range of a knife. Take your moral well writ from the two-tone shoed kid, how one soul is not worth wealth in life. But these valuable tales, if all set on the scales, would be tipped, maybe toppled at that, by the one piece of truth every gambler should know, that is, luck wears a herringbone hat.